I mean, I understand that. I mean, you and I had a very intimate experience. You were not only healing me, but you were sharing my experience and you were working through my experience. So yeah, I think if there are protocols on the way that you're going to be able to do business, it's going to be very difficult.
Mm.
It's going to be
Yeah.
very difficult. But what you do is it's a very intimate sharing experience if you allow it to be. And I think in order for you to do what you do, you have to work with someone that's willing to allow you in access, allow you in to the experience, because it is a very it's very intimate, it's very provocative, it's very healing, but you have to allow it. You have to allow it to happen. And I know, because I allowed that to happen, I got so much out of it, because there were things that you were clearing up for me days and weeks after. Your voice was in my head days and weeks after. I mean, just provoked by a few simple questions that you said, I want you to answer honestly and quickly. Don't give yourself time to think. And I learned so much about myself in that short period of time, just by hard, fast questions that I needed to give answers to without thinking. And I was actually lucky, because I was able to share my experience with Frank and tell Frank exactly what was happening while it was happening. And to be able to come out of something like that and actually dissect the situation, and actually be able to break it down and understand how the healing is working, or why it's working, or in which manner it's working, is it, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And I can't believe how much I learned in such a short period of time, because I thought it was going to be like a healing. Like, okay, you're going to come and do this thing and I'm going to feel better because of it. And, I'm going to go on with my day. But that was so, again, so naive of me to even think that it would end there. It was, like I said, provocative and introspective and beautiful and scary at the same time. It was just, I really feel I wanted to get as much as I could get out of it, because I didn't know when I was going to be able to see you again, because now you're everywhere. But what you do is so profound, and people need to people need to experience the work that you do. So you're going to have to find a way around this, Angela, because people need to experience the work that you do, because people cannot heal on just a physical level alone. And I think we're at a point where we understand that now. I think we're coming around where we really understand, and I think especially women understand that a lot of these healings are healing, not just it's not just one lifetime, it's not just this lifetime, it's not just the tragedies in this life, it's tragedies and uh circumstances that we bring in from other lives. And I don't think people give the healing enough credit to understand that you take this time, you do what needs to be done, and you you will resolve so many issues. Y- I just can't say enough about it. I really can't say enough about it. And your work is beautiful, and you need to continue it. I mean, it's beautiful.
What I would like to do is to open centres, women's centres, specifically doing this type of work that addresses the woman's experience, but also using future technologies, really advanced healthcare
Mhm.
modalities that people can literally walk into a room, resolve an issue or a
Mhm.
chronic condition that can absolutely change the way that they exist as a woman on the planet.
Well, I wish you every success, because you did that. You did it for me in one afternoon. I mean, and that was just the beginning because that allowed a lot of other things to happen. Um, I think that's what we need as women, just a place where we can go and be understood, because healing is not, there are so many levels to the healing. There are so many levels to the healing, you know, and so many modalities to get there. I think you owe it to yourself, living in this time, to do what you need to do to better yourself, to heal yourself. I think that would be great. I mean, I think that's what women need, because we, I don't think we understand how much we shoulder every day, every week, every year. I really don't think, I really don't think we realize it because there's not enough time to think about it. And I think work like this needs to be done, and it needs to be done often, and it needs to be done many different places. So this is wonderful, Angela. I mean, this is wonderful. This is what people need. This is what people need. They don't even realize it. You know, they don't even realize it because they're so, I guess, so wrapped up in what everyone else thinks about these types of healings. And, you know, it's not a pill and it's not a prescription. And it's, you know, I think we really need to look at the way, we really need to revisit the way we heal.
Yeah. So when you combine that with flotation therapy,
Oh boy. Yeah.
right, light therapy,
Mm-hmm.
magnets, sound, and Patrick Flanagan, neurophone, here stimulates the inner cortex. And so when you combine each thing, you're going to be able to dramatically reduce the healing time by half.
I can't wait.
Absolutely fascinating, because the body has this intelligence, it knows what to do, and that intelligence is the soul's experience.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I don't think we ever forget anything. I just think we can't recall it. So I think there's a lot, there's a lot of, there's a lot of knowledge in there that we can't access. And I think that those layers need to come up so that we can heal from them, because I don't think we forget anything.
Yeah,
And I think it's all jumbled up in there because it's years and lifetimes and centuries of information that we are not allowed to access. So I think that makes total sense. I mean, think about it. You go in and you take care of everything in one place. It may take time,
yeah.
and it's going to take work physically and spiritually. And if you're willing to do the work and put the time in, I think I can't imagine. I mean, I know what you did for me in one afternoon in my bedroom, one afternoon. And that wasn't even, that was in the middle of, you know, like we were entertaining. You know, I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine if I was actually there specifically for what I thought would be an issue, because I know, I'm sure you have to take it, you know, you intake and you receive a lot of information to even know where to start healing someone. Um, because you think it's one issue, but it could be a completely different issue, as you and I discovered when you were healing me. I mean, you brought to light things that I thought were earthly issues that I had in this life that were non-related that were unrelated to anything else. And you made me realize that it wasn't. And once I could see the connections and how things were tying back to past lives, and once I answered the questions that you asked, and you said, don't take time to think, just answer the questions, I was shocked by some of my answers because I wasn't surprised. That's why I was shocked. And I did answer honestly. I did answer honestly and shocked by the answer. But then I had to really look at that. I had to, after after you left, you and Aaron left, I thought about every day, I thought about the healing that you performed. And I thought about the questions, and I thought about the responses. And then I thought about how those responses affected my life up until then. And then that's how I was really able to close a lot of the loops and a lot of the issues. And even Frank said, it was about a month after that, he said, you have a little more I could see physically you have more mobility. And I said, that's Angela did that. I said, but I said, that was I said that was a side effect. That was a side effect of the healing was the mobility because it wasn't a physical healing. It was a spiritual healing. It was centuries of healing. The side effect was that I had a little more mobility, but that mobility allowed me to stop taking a medication. That mobility allowed me to think clearer about what needed to come next. That mobility took a lot of the physical stress and pain off my body, which did allow me to put a thought together about why I'm feeling the pain I'm feeling, because a lot of our pain is tied to memory. It has nothing to do with physical illness. And women specifically do not understand that.
Yeah.
They're like, "No, it's just pain. No, you're harboring pain from past life trauma. You're harboring pain from contracts that you did not resolve, close, contracts that had issues. You're harboring that pain from unfinished business that needs to be attended to, and it's time to take care of business. I don't want that. I want to be light and breezy. I want to be a point of light once again, and I want to go. I want to leave all of this stuff behind, and I want to take my little point of light and Frank's little point of light and all of the cat points of light, and I want to go. And I don't want anger, resentment, jealousy, hurt feelings from the ninth grade getting in the way, because this is what it comes
Yes.
down to. This is what it comes down to.
Mm,
I mean, and I'm making light of it because there were some major issues, and I've been through major issues. But it starts there. It starts
mm,
noticing that you need to make a change because your health is more important. Like all of those healings, they help you physically, but they help manifest just a better you, a better mental picture, a better physical being, a better just just a lighter just a lighter and happier experience. And that's what I want. That's what I at least that's what I want. I just want to be.